America's death row has a most unusual problem, one that is jeopardizing the whole process of executing condemned inmates. By far the most common procedure is lethal injection. This is Alabama's death chamber, complete with a microphone to capture any final words. But a European ban on key drugs, including pentobarbital, means that US prisons have now run out of the deadly cocktail they've relied on in the past.
I was shaking. I had a really hard time trying to watch it.
Amber McGuire watched her father die 2 weeks ago in Ohio with an improvised chemical combination. Dennis McGuire took over 20 minutes to die, his daughter watching with ever greater horror.
I was seeing him laying there, and after he quit waving and everything, his whole body started, his back and everything started coming up, and his head was going back and his mouth was open, and he was making snoring noises. And then I didn't really see a whole lot more. I covered my eyes and my ears at certain points.
He was killed behind these prison walls, the state using McGuire as a kind of human experiment by combining a sedative and a painkiller.
The cocktail of drugs that was used to execute Dennis McGuire had never been used before by any jurisdiction to kill an individual, to our knowledge. It's our understanding that he suffocated to death and that he was aware for a certain period of time, an extended period of time, as he was actively suffocating to death.
This critical shortage of key drugs for lethal injections means that many states are having to reevaluate how they execute people. Greater use of the electric chair is one option. Another is to reintroduce the firing squad. The last execution by firing squad took place in this chamber in Utah in 2010. A Missouri politician is now proposing legislation to bring it back to his state. In a few hours, it will be Missouri's time to experiment with drugs, killing Herbert Smalls with a dose of pentobarbital mixed by an unlicensed pharmacy. Execution by lethal injection has been used more than 1,000 times, but now may be judged a cruel and unusual punishment, and as such, a breach of the US Constitution. Robert Moore, ITV News, Washington.